Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? Uh, Welcome back to the Count on Joy podcast. It's your boy Will. Um, like I was saying before, I have a special guest. I had a special guest planned. Uh, it took a minute. It took a few months, honestly, probably a little bit longer than that, because all the stuff I had going on with school, basketball, all that. But we finally got here. So, without further ado, uh, Issa Bell, say hello.
Hello.
So Issa is a person very special to me for multiple reasons, but I guess the most important reason is my girlfriend. Well, my best friend, also my girlfriend. But yeah, I've been meaning to get her on here for a minute. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I guess we can get right into it. We can talk about how we met, I guess. So, how did we meet, Isabel?
We met at school,
Okay.
at college, Mariano University.
Mm.
And how far into the first semester would you say that you recognized me? I'd say like a month or two into school, I knew of who you were. And like I'd seen you around, but we weren't friends. It was a pass by each other, hi, smile. I thought he dressed bad, but I thought he was
Okay.
cute. But we didn't really pay any mind to each other. And you were really close with my now best friend that I wasn't friends with at the time, but she was on my team. So I knew of you more because of her. And what, a year into going into school. So sophomore year, we started snapping, right?
Yeah, that's it's kind of funny because, well, to go back at first, yeah, like when I first saw her,
Oh wait, stop. We got each other Snapchat because we had class together.
yeah,
We
facts.
had class together freshman year,
Yeah,
second semester. We had a Bible class that he never came to.
chill.
And when he did come, it was like 30 or 40 minutes late.
Okay,
And
you can
he'd
chill.
come in, sleep a little, and then leave. And then text me and ask me
It
for
was a
answers.
8 a.m. class.
Or, okay, I'm just saying what it was.
Okay.
Text me for answers or like, what are we doing in class or what's this assignment? So that was our only communication was because of school. And anyway, carry on with what you're saying.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, so yeah, anyway, I kind of met her, like she said, we weren't friends. I don't call her like my friend anyway, but you know I don't.
Keep
But
going.
I saw her, like when the first time I saw her, I thought she was one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life, honestly. Like I didn't know her. Like I knew of her, but I just thought she was really pretty, really beautiful. And I told her this already. I wasn't even fronting. Like I told my homeboys uh when I like saw her, I was like that might be like one of the most beautiful girls I ever seen.
You've
I was
never told me you said that
I,
to your friends.
okay. Well, I'm telling you now.
Okay, that's fine, but you just said that you told me that.
But I told you that I thought that.
Yeah, you did. But you didn't
Okay.
tell me. It's different saying that to other people and then thinking it to yourself.
Okay. Well, I told Spud. I told whatever. Anyway, that's not the
Uh,
point. Anyway, but yeah, I thought she was like one of them fake nice people. Also, like I just thought you were just like always smiling, fake nice, which I was actually right.
no, you were not. You think I'm fake nice?
We don't gotta get into that, but
I'm
uh,
nice.
allegedly,
If you make me mad, then obviously I'm not gonna be nice in that circumstance. But I'm a nice person,
right?
and also I'm not fake to people I first meet. Like I genuinely, well, you make me out to like fake. Like I'm like, hey, and that's not my
She be
personality.
on, yeah. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Nah, she is actually really nice. If anybody's mean, it's me, but I'm not mean. Anyway, but yeah, um, we started getting closer like sophomore year because we had multiple classes together, language classes. That's when I picked up my English minor, and then she's an English major. Shout out, uh,
Shout out English department.
facts,
Shout out
but
the Petrovics.
facts, but yeah, that's how we got close because we had a bunch of classes together.
What I wouldn't even say that's how we got close. I
What
would
you
say
mean?
that's how we started communicating with each other. I don't think we started getting close until after winter break when you started FaceTiming me like randomly.
Okay, don't make it seem like I just started. Just
Yeah, you did.
you was FaceTiming me.
I never once called you.
Cap. That's cap.
Well,
You're
anyway,
lying.
You're telling me
She
that
trying to make me seem
no,
thirsty or
I didn't say
something.
you were, but you pursued me, and that's how perfectly fine. That's how it should be.
Look
I'm
though.
not pursuing a guy.
Okay, look. Okay, she might be right, right?
So
As okay, look, put it like this though.
I knew
Cause
this
now,
was gonna
now I'm
happen.
thinking,
I
now I'm thinking.
literally knew
Hold
we
on,
were
look though,
not
look though,
getting
look
this
though, look
was
though.
gonna happen.
Cause look, she is right. I was calling her, but like I actually
I didn't
was
say you
calling.
didn't want me to call you, or you
Relax,
to
man.
call me.
I was calling her, but like as a friend. Like
Yes, I didn't.
really, and we were
Yes,
talking, we were chopping up, we be talking
we were
for.
just friends. I said this is
But
how we got
she
close.
liked me though at
Not
the
this
time.
time.
I didn't know.
Not this time. I also like you
I
too for
didn't
a
know.
while. February.
January, bro. It was definitely January.
If it was, if
I peep how you looking at me in class. I know when somebody like me. Stop playing with me.
no, number one, I'm so certain that you cannot tell that I liked you.
I can
I was a
tell.
flirt, and you
What?
were a flirt,
Let me tell you. Let me tell you this. I don't
and I've been told that I just have a look to
look.
me.
I don't.
Anyway,
I don't pursue unless I know. I don't shoot shots.
you were
In real life, I don't shoot shots. This ain't basketball. I'm shooting a shot knowing it's 100%. You feel me? So
no.
I'm not shooting no half court shot. I'm not
Okay,
shooting a three. I'm not
listen,
shooting a three
listen,
contested three.
listen.
It's gonna be
I
wide
think.
open. I'm knowing that I'm gonna make it. That's all I'm saying.
Listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Whenever I said that you started calling me, this is just gonna be a recording of us going back and forth.
That's
But
fine.
anyway, whenever I said you calling me, it wasn't like, oh yeah, he was calling me because he wanted me. I was saying that's how we got close.
Nah, for sure,
Not,
for sure, for sure. That's how it came off though.
let me keep. No, wait. Let me keep. Well, you're gonna piss me off.
Alright.
I didn't say that, and I didn't imply that. I said when you started calling me is whenever we got close.
For sure.
Not whenever you started actively pursuing me, because whenever you started calling me, you were talking to you were ending talking to someone else, and you were still trying to like get her off your tail, and I was still getting over someone at the time. And over those phone calls we talked about our ex situationships or deals. So
Situations.
well, they weren't relationships. But that's why we originally started getting close, is because we were like opening up to each other and talking about other things in our life.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were getting more comfortable with each other, and then we had a very small English class together once we came back from winter break.
Right.
And that's when you started flirting with me.
Here we go.
You did. And apparently I looked at you some type of way, but
You did, bro. You used to stare at me in class.
okay. We were sitting across from each other.
We're not gonna say
Our teacher made us sit in a square.
we not gonna
and
say
he sat
we're not gonna say the
across
professor.
from
We're
me.
not gonna say the professor name. But he definitely literally sent a whole email saying about you, that she was staring at me. She said the professor said I was distracting her in class.
Yes, but you were distracting me, not me looking at you. I was looking.
Dog, you were looking
In
at
the
me.
email it
You were
says
laughing at me. You were smiling at me. You
in
could
the-
not keep your eyes off me. Bro was jelly. We're not gonna get that.
Okay. Anyway, we started talking second semester, sophomore year,
Okay.
and we won't get into the details about that, but we started talking in March,
Yeah, March.
and
I ain't
then
gonna say the date, but yeah.
wait, you don't know the date.
I know the date.
What's the date?
It gonna make me sound like a trial. Alright.
What's the date?
Cause you know I got the memories on it's in my phone. So
What's the date?
I'm not saying it. It don't matter.
You said you already
March.
quit.
The first time we hung out was March 19th.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
March 19th.
Because I got the
And
memory
then-
on my phone.
March 19th, and then we didn't hang out for a few days, and then we hung out again, and then we hung out every single day until we left home for summer.
Yeah, it was crazy actually.
Yeah, things started moving really, really, really fast.
Unfortunately. Anyway, as y'all can see, this is how we
People listening are not to be able to
this
see
how
a smile.
this how
know that
we
you're
acting.
joking.
Be
and
quiet.
I think you hate me.
This how I be. I'm a troll. She's a semi troll. But
Oh, when it's funny, you're a troll all the time.
and that's fine. But you gotta match my energy, dog.
I match your energy until you start being ridiculous.
Anyway, okay, look. Okay, y'all.
But then we started dating.
And I love you.
And when did we start dating? We started dating over summer, but our actual anniversary date is
August 17th.
Yeah, because he didn't want to ask me to be his girlfriend over the phone, which is valid.
That's valid.
We were literally, if we're being honest, we were dating by freaking April. Like,
Which is crazy, but
it is crazy. But when you know, you know.
When you know, you know. What's that song you be singing? You know, never mind. Anyway, okay, look. No. Not singing on this.
It's fine.
Anyway, y'all. Okay, look. Yeah, I kind of wanted to break the ice with that. It's my girlfriend, my best friend, Issa Belly. But yeah, it's kind of we met. But we can get into the questions. So like I said, Issa is an English major. Well, I already went over that. That don't matter. That don't got nothing to do with what I'm about to ask. But yeah, so Issa is from Tennessee. She grew up on a farm
And not
with cows and chickens and goats.
It's like a mini farm.
Okay.
We had goats first.
Yeah.
And then chickens.
Yeah.
And then we've had cows and sheep over the years. And quail. And ducks.
Ain't that like type duck?
It's not a type of duck, it's a type of bird.
Type.
But
It's
yeah.
kind of like a duck.
Quail. No, like ducks.
Motherfucker. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we've had multiple different animals over the years. Anything besides a household pet.
Yeah, which is
My
crazy.
parents we won't get pets.
It's crazy.
But we'll get a farm animal. I don't live on a real farm though.
Yes, it does.
No, we just have farm animals at certain times. Like we don't ever have. If we have cow, we have 1 or 2 cows, and that's it. And then we get rid of our cow, and then we get goats and or sheep.
Did you have
and it's just those at one time.
Did you have to give up one of your cows?
Yeah, we just sold the last one. She had mastitis.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
She dead?
No.
Oh, never mind. Nah, R.I.P.
She'll be used to like breed other.
Shout out, rather.
No, her son's dead.
R.I.P.
Apparently he was delicious. I wouldn't know though. I didn't eat it.
Why would you say that?
That's what my dad sold. My dad sold Chuck.
Apparently he was delicious.
That's what the guy said.
Rest in peace to my dog, man.
Consumer of Chuck.
R.I.P.
Reached back out to my dad and said that he was good.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was a.
I get it, but that's just funny saying, especially from a cow that you like had.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so I brought that up to. She kind of lives on a farm. She's from Tennessee. She's a country girl. I'm from the suburbs. I'm from the city.
I live at the bottom of the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah. So
National Park.
We differ a lot in that. She likes nature. I don't really care for it. She likes looking at the moon. I could care less. She likes hiking. I'm cool. But
I like being active. I like nature, and he's lame.
Don't make it seem like I don't like being active. I like being active in different ways.
You like shooting a ball.
Yeah. And I like working out.
Yeah.
I don't mind running. I don't.
I shouldn't say active. I should say adventure.
Yeah, you adventurous. I'm not.
Very comfortable in
I'm simplistic in my life.
I like doing new things and trying new stuff.
She been getting me to do new stuff though, which has been a blessing low key because I would never do in my life.
A lot of things you would never make yourself do, and I think a lot of the stuff that I've pushed you to do, you've had fun doing.
That's a fact. Okay, but
it's good that you get out of your comfort zone.
Issa has like 37 siblings, so
45 actually.
How many? I mean, how does that happen? So many like siblings. Like, is that like? Because you know, like you have TV shows that like the middle child or like TV shows where like they don't like their siblings. But like, how is that for you?
So I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers.
Right.
2 older sisters. Maya's
Shout out Maya, Leah.
24. Leah is 22. I'm 21.
Me and Leah the same age.
Micah. Oh my god! Wait, is she?
She gotta be 23.
She's 23.
She's
23. She's 23. Okay, I know my siblings' age and their birthday, but like sometimes, as you can hear, we're all close in age.
Yeah.
So like she just turned 23 in December, and Maya's 24, and now then Maya will be 25 in July.
Top of them.
I know I think they're 18 months apart.
That's crazy.
Anyway, I'm 21. Micah, my younger sister.
Shout out, little bro.
Is 20.
Shout out.
That's crazy. Bro. Listen, we have 23, 24.
I love you, Micah. I love you. Shout out.
Are you listening?
That's my dog.
I know.
Not really, but don't y'all. I love Micah.
20. I just said 23, 24.
Yeah.
Then 20 and 21.
Yeah.
Like that's back to back. Anyway, and then I have a younger brother who's 17. He'll be 18 in June.
That's crazy.
Insane. It like will make me cry if I think about it too long. He's
crazy.
A lovely boy.
Yeah, I rock with Zay. I rock with Zay.
Whoever ends up with him, they're going to be so blessed.
I rock with Zay.
He's the best. And then I have a younger brother.
Lil Weezy.
Elijah. Yeah, we call him Wheezy. I don't know why. We've called him that ever since he literally was born. Wheeze the J. So, and he is 15 years. No, 14. 15.
You ain't know your brother.
He's 15 years old.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Love him.
Shout out.
But I absolutely adore my family, and I love being part of a big family. A lot of people, I think, well, there's just a stigma around a big family of kind of people being like about it, just
Facts.
economically and like socially.
But
Um, which economically I understand, but I think just in this day and age, bigger families are not as popular as they once were, or common, I should say.
mm-hmm.
Um, so there is a bit of a stigma of like, ugh, like you must hate being a big family, but I absolutely love it. I can't imagine having a smaller family because I grew up with such a big family. I want to have a big family. I have really great relationships with my siblings. Even like when we fight and we don't get along, we know it's like that situation or it's like, temporary. It's not anything that would ever affect our relationship.
Right.
And it's really taught me a lot about like just how to deal with people and relationships and how to deal with life and everything like that. Yeah, so I love it. Can only say great things.
Yeah.
I don't understand when people like don't get along with their siblings. Like I totally understand. There's situations, there's circumstances,
Yeah.
where like your sibling does you dirty in a bigger way where,
Yeah.
you feel like you have to put boundaries and you can't be as close. So I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's like hard for me to comprehend that ever happening just because my relationship with my siblings is so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I love her family. Her family's cool.
They're the best. They are the best.
Anyway, yeah. Shout out Ma, shout out Liz, shout out Zay, shout out Weezy, shout out Lil Micah, Lil Bro Micah. Uh, yeah. As I've spoken about before, but I was the only child for 13 years, 12 years before my little brother came, which I'm so glad he's here. That's my dog, that's my twin, bro. But yeah, so I have the exact opposite experience that she's had. I grew up with some of my cousins, like I lived with some of my cousins growing up. Most of them were females. Uh, Majority of them were females. So those were like my sisters, but it's not the same as living with somebody every single day from an infant all the way to high school.
And
So
sharing a room with them
yeah,
or bed.
facts. Yeah, I mean, I when I was growing up, I was like a little baby, so like I was sleeping with them, but I was a little baby, so I don't remember.
Well, it's just fun. Oh, sorry.
No, you got it.
It's just like funny because when I look back on like growing up, my siblings, I don't have a big house, but the rooms in our home are pretty big, I'd say.
Yeah,
You've seen it.
yeah,
But like our house isn't big, but there's a lot of rooms in the house and the
yeah,
rooms are pretty big. Um, and it was like two kids to a room,
yeah,
but we would like willingly sleep like three or four in a room. Like we would just
yes.
get into bed with each other because we wanted to. Like there'd be empty beds and there would be like three of us in a bed.
That's
Or like Maya would always get in bed with Micah for like some reason.
yeah.
Fun. But it's just
Well, you
funny.
kind of already answered the question. I was gonna ask, do you want a bunch of kids? But
Yes. Um, I ideally want like 5 to 6 kids.
how many?
Don't act surprised. Like we haven't talked about this, and you've agreed. I want 5 to 6 kids.
Lord have
I
mercy, boy.
love the 4 girls, 2 boys situation that
Absolutely
has
not.
going on in my family.
Absolutely not.
But obviously I know
That's
it's
trash.
gender and God knows what's best. So if he gives me majority boys, then it's for a reason and I will be happy and love them. But I would love to have 4 girls. I would love it so much.
Yeah.
And I like the order of girls first, then boys.
Nah,
Yeah. I think it works well with
I disagree.
younger brothers versus old. I'm not there's a wrong and a right way. I'm not saying that.
There's a
Stop
wrong and
it.
a right way.
No, there's not. And you've
Yeah.
never experienced it, so you can't even
I
speak
don't
about
got
it.
experiences to know what it is.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Proceed, brother.
I like the girls first and then the boys. And I think teaches them to be a little bit more
Why you with?
compassionate. Teaches them to be a little bit more compassionate and understanding of just um having to live with girls and just interacting and operating around women in general and being respectful and understanding of us and the things we go through.
You done?
Yeah, I guess I'm done.
Hey. I hear what you're saying. You know, but I want sons.
And
I want multiple. No, but look though, I want multiple sons and a minute amount of daughters. If I get one, woohoo. More than that, we're pushing it.
well, girls run heavy in my
I
family.
don't care what.
And your
I don't care
family.
what runs heavy in your family.
My dad has 5 sisters. Your mom has 3 sisters. My dad only has one brother. Obviously, my mom had 4
4
girls.
sisters, actually.
4 sisters.
The other one, the fourth one's half, though.
Still count. Was it? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she's.
But yeah, girls been heavy in our family. My oldest sister, Maya, she has a daughter. So there's even more people living in our house right now because she lives at home with Melina.
Shout out little Melina, man.
She's 2. But my point in saying that, bringing
she's
her, she thinks she's 15 years old.
I'm about to say.
She thinks she's grown, and that's not exaggeration.
Yeah,
she's a good kid though. She's cute. She's fun. She's really smart. She knows how to treat her friends well.
She is smart. She ain't got no friends. She's 2 years old.
She does have friends. Baby Finn, she's friends with. But my point in bringing that up was my older sister, who's already had a child, had a daughter as well. So just girls run heavy in our family. Thank the Lord.
Yeah. Unfortunately. But yeah, I'm praying for some sons. A lot of sons. I want to teach my young boys how to be men and how to take care of their women. Like I want 2, 3 sons before I have a daughter so they can take care of their little sister. Like that's how it should be. It shouldn't be. I mean, yeah, the little bro should take care of the big sister, but sometimes that dynamic a little bit weird. I want a big bro.
I think it's even more important and valuable and impactful whenever you have someone who's my little brother who's 12 years old, and I was like 15, 16, and he's worried about defending me.
I mean, yeah,
like, that's how you know. I know, but I'm saying that's how you know that you've taught them well, because it's not this like, oh, it's not the whole age difference thing, and it's not I'm older, so that's why I need to protect you and help you, or just be the man or however you want to say it. But it's like my little brother is like getting tore up about someone saying something about us, and like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to them. I'm gonna go confront them about that. And there's a grown guy. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's even more.
I mean, I feel that
special to see it reversed because it's authentic that way. And not saying it can't be authentic the other way. I just think it's. I don't know. I like it.
I feel that. I want the other way though. We can agree to disagree. Okay, getting into something a little bit different. So we both play sports. Isabel, she does. You're right. She's retired.
I'm a retired athlete now.
Yeah, she's a NARP at this point. But yeah, huh?
I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, so she did acrobat, or she's done like gymnastics.
I did gymnastics. I started when I was 4 years old, and I graduated at 17, right before my 18th birthday. So I did it for a hot minute. Yeah. And I did it competitively. So it wasn't just like rec classes or whatever. I was a level 9 gymnast.
What for, brother?
Yeah, I was a level 9 gymnast. And I didn't think I was going to I knew I wasn't going to do college gymnastics. I know I didn't want to. I was pretty burned out by my junior year of high school with gymnastics anyway, but I was just going to obviously finish with something I've dedicated my entire like childhood. Dedicated my entire childhood to,
Yeah.
My parents poured a lot into it, and I do love the sport. It's just completely taxing, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And I'd also been struggling with injuries a lot, so I was ready to be done. But
yeah, my fault, bro.
My oldest sister, she was going to do college gymnastics, and then she heard about a sport called acrobatics and tumbling. And the head coach of Gannon University, who is now at Iona University in New York, she came and did like a clinic and basically was just explaining what the sport was to us. And that was the first time we kind of all heard of it. So then Maya went on to do that. And then I decided I was going to do that as well. Acrobatics and tumbling.
She didn't mention that.
Sorry. I didn't think I was going to be a collegiate athlete, and it turned out I was one.
Yeah, so she, she mentioned at the beginning of this episode, we both attended Emmanuel University. It's a Division II school. Bunch of sports there. One of the sports is acrobatic and tumbling. Acrobatics or acrobats?
Yes,
acrobatics. So acrobatics and tumbling. She was really good, all conference every single year. She didn't do it this year, but because the team was absolutely garbage.
We won't talk about that.
But we're not gonna talk about that. But you know how it is when your team's not good. Like you're not gonna get any awards when it comes to all conference in college, at least. So, but yeah, literally every year they were competitive, or even when they weren't as competitive, she was still getting all conference. So she's really good. She always put 100% into whatever she was doing. I'm proud of her. And she finished strongly, and she also uh she just did it with grace too. So it was actually cool seeing her. Cause the sport's like long. You gotta be. They're called meets, not games, but the meets last like 3 hours. So it was like a long time being there. My head would start hurting, but as the more meets I went to, the more I enjoyed it. Cause obviously I was supporting her, but it was actually pretty interesting. I mean, I, I was kind of like always like cringing every time. So I thought somebody was gonna break their neck because they're jumping up, throwing people in the air, catching people. It's too difficult of a sport. My kids will never do that sport or ever think about doing that sport. But it's definitely whoever does the sport, like you have to have an immense amount of respect for them because like that's not an easy sport to do. But I brought the sport up. I brought it up because I don't think hers is as bad as mine, but it's still something. As she said, she dealt with a bunch of injuries, but she has a tear in her UCL, her elbow. Uh, and I have a tear, as I told y'all before. I have a tear in my shoulder, my left shoulder. I have a labrum tear, which actually I'm about to get surgery in a few weeks, so y'all pray for me with that one. But how was that dealing with the the tear in your in your elbow? I know you played through it, especially this whole season. Like you didn't even wrap it, but like doesn't it impact you like when you try to work out like by yourself? Like does it hurt like when you're sleeping? Like does it like yeah, like what's the impact with that? Like
So I injured it sophomore year,
yeah,
in the middle competition season, and I was in almost every single event that I could be in, so I didn't stop. And when I originally heard it, I took, I think, like 2 days off of practice, and then I just started wrapping it like super tight to the point of like where there wasn't really, I couldn't lock it out all the way. Like they taped it to this so I could keep it like a slight bend, but it hurt to lock out all the way, and it hurt to bend it all the way, and it also like popped and everything like that. So at first, whenever it happened to me, it was super, super painful. It impacted me, I'd say, almost as much outside of like practicing and stuff as it did in practice. It hurt to get dressed, it hurt to do my hair, it hurt to do makeup, it hurt to lift anything. Like day-to-day activities was like really, really painful.
yeah,
Um, but I didn't go to the doctor until I went home over summer and found out that it was torn, and they were talking about the possibility of surgery and everything. And basically, because I never stopped doing anything while I heard it, it prolonged the healing process and made it kind of worse.
yeah,
So the doctor was just telling me, the elbow specialist was just telling me that it was going to be an extended amount of healing. And he told me to come back in December if it was still painful or I was experiencing any pain, which I really was, but I didn't go back because I didn't want to have surgery up for competition season because I wasn't
okay,
going to sit out. So I just played through played through the pain, wrapped it, did rehab, all that stuff. It's gone a lot better than what it was, and it doesn't impact me as much outside of working out
yeah,
or competing or anything like that. I'm done with sports for now. So any other time I'd do a sport would be church rec or something like that. Like it would be the only time I'd ever be an athlete again, and that's not even for real. So I'm not really worried about it now that I'm not competing. It was just a little worrisome while I was competing because it just felt loose, and I was scared that if I was gonna like pop it and make it worse or something like that, where it would tear a little bit more, just because I like experienced that pain and I knew it was really painful, and I didn't want to have to get surgery or anything like that, especially if I'm not competing anymore. I don't want to have surgery.
yeah,
So I'd say right now it hurts while I work out,
yeah,
but it's only in certain movements, certain exercises and stuff. And it's some stuff either I can, okay, now I'm, I don't have a coach telling me complete this workout. If it
right,
hurts, I can stop,
yeah,
So I that's kind of where I'm at.
yeah. Like I said, I also have like a torn ligament, muscle, whatever you want to call it. Uh, I mean, it's always hard playing through injuries. Like everyone's hurt in the sports you play. Well, I mean, definitely basketball. I know her sport, like everyone's hurt because you're gonna fall, you're gonna twist the ankle, you're gonna fall. It's something's gonna happen where you're hurt, but injury is different. Everyone's not injured. Yeah, she said she was playing through the injury, which is crazy, but she's tough, so that's just how she is. But uh, as I mentioned before, like I told you, I have a labrum tear. I've had it for like 2 years. I've been playing through it. It always pops out. When it pops out, it's like a really bad pain. But like I said, I didn't want to get surgery before, and I was going through some stuff like at my old school, so it was like reasons why I didn't even like go to the doctor. Like I was just playing through it. But like I said, I'm at the point now where I'm almost done with school. One more year to play basketball in college, so I just want to make sure everything's settled. So God willing, the surgery goes well, and I can move forward and not have to worry about it. But yeah, um, injuries are always tough. If y'all are hurt or injured, just get. If you have to get surgery, just get surgery or just deal with it. Like, don't wait and prolong it because you'll end up like us. Um,
Uh, but in my case, I think prolonging it was for the better. It could have gone worse, but
Definitely
thanks be to
could have
God
gone
that it
worse.
didn't.
Yeah.
Because in my case, personally, not getting surgery and just pushing through the pain, I do have a high pain tolerance, but just pushing through the pain was a better option for me than getting surgery. Because if I would have gotten surgery whenever the doctor wanted me to, I would not have competed last year. And last year
Yeah.
was like the best season of my life.
Right.
I made first team all conference. I made an event to like conference finals. I got to compete in the quarterfinals for the first time in our program's history, and I would have had to like sit all of that out, and then I would have had to end on
Yeah.
the note of this season, which was super disappointing.
Yeah. That would.
So I'd say pray about it and listen to your body.
I say go get it checked. I mean, yes, pray about it and listen to your body. Yes, but
Like in your case, I'm just saying it's case to case. That's what I'm pointing.
You're right.
Case
You're
to
right.
case.
Yeah, we can agree on that.
Also though, like for me with an injury, I think it has something to do with my sport, but like, is it mental for you knowing you're hurt? So like
Oh
for me
yeah.
with my elbow being hurt, I had to condition myself and be on myself and not holding back when I
Right.
do a skill
Right.
because I knew it would hurt my elbow.
Yeah.
But me holding back in a skill could potentially cause me to it would cause me to mess up the skill and I could get hurt.
Yeah.
So I would have to tell myself, like don't hold back,
Yeah.
go even harder to make up for
Right.
the pain of your elbow. So it's like the same with your shoulder in basketball, or is it not really related because our skills are so different?
Nah, it's definitely the same. Like, uh, I kind of talked to you about this before, but like, it's a certain way I play. So like, how I am, like, I like getting the paint, I like driving, I like playmaking, all that, and like, you saw the other day, all I did was reach down to get the ball, and my shoulder popped out. So it's like little stuff like that. Like, it's little stuff. Like, you don't know how much you use something. I tell you something. You don't know how much you use something until like it's hurt,
Yeah.
and you can't use it like you did. But
Sorry.
yeah, no, you good. Like, I had to like it was like a whole half part of my it was like a whole 50% of my game I couldn't use during this season because of my left shoulder. Like I purposely did not I consciously did not do left-handed layups because I didn't know my shoulders would pop out. I did make left-handed passes because I didn't know my shoulders. I didn't go for steals with my left hand. I didn't try to steal the ball. Like, it was just stuff I didn't do. I didn't go for rebounds with my left. Like, I just didn't do stuff because I'm like, bro, I don't know if my shoulder finna pop out, and it still popped out. A good bunch of times, but like, yeah, it was extremely mental. Like, it was parts of my game I could not tap into just off the fact that my left shoulder and it would pop out. So definitely, it's definitely mental as well. Like, it's physical, but that's like you said. I have a high pain tolerance. I don't mind pain. Like, I had surgery on my ankle. My ankle hurts every single day. Like, it hurts all the time. But like, I'm fine with the pain. Like, as long as it's functioning, I can use it. I'm cool.
Yeah.
But with my shoulder, it wasn't even like people ask me like, would it be hurting when I'm like it's not hurting when I'm shooting, but like it's when it pops out, the pain is crazy, and then it takes a minute to like recover.
Yeah.
So, um, I'm glad you asked me that. But yeah, definitely mental and physical. So y'all take care of yourselves, y'all athletes. Take care of your bodies, like she said. Pray. Listen to your body. I'm really talking to myself too because I don't really do this. I mean, I pray about it. I don't listen to my body, but yeah. Okay. We've gone for 35 minutes. You care how long it is?
No.
Okay. That's why it's my girl. Okay. Anyway, look though, I wanted to talk about you getting baptized. So Isabel recently got baptized. I forgot what month it was, or the date rather, but
September, I think.
it was September.
I think so. It was fall.
Yeah.
It was the
Um,
beginning of fall.
it was first semester though. It was at this church up the street from my school. Uh, a mutual, yeah, her teammate that we're,
Church.
yeah, that I'm also cool with. Her church is, she's from Toccoa, where my school's at. So the church she goes to is in Toccoa, and I'm like 10 minutes away from the church. So I ended up meeting them up there. Issa ended up talking to the pastor and all that. But yeah, she ended up getting baptized, which is huge. A lot of people get baptized just like when they're babies. Um, which me and my family, I know Issa doesn't either. Like, we don't necessarily agree with. Like, it's nothing wrong getting baptized at any age, but like, it's better if you're conscious about the action you're doing. Like, you're getting baptized, knowing this is changing my life. I want to change my ways. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to go closer to God. Like, as a baby, you don't know what you're doing. That's just you lucky in the pool at that point. Like,
Yeah, and just I think baptism is reserved for believers.
facts.
And if you're,
Yeah,
if you're 1 years old getting baptized,
yeah,
you're not conscious
yeah,
of what all of that yet.
yeah.
So, and I don't think I'm not coming down on anyone who does
Facts.
believe that, but like, I don't think there's anything to biblically support it
Right, right,
either.
right, right.
Like, when there's baptism in the New Testament and everything, and whenever we're commanded to be baptized, there's no instructions for like babies to be baptized or
Yeah,
people outside of, followers of Christ to partake in that. So if you're like, I don't know, if you're kind of pushing your little child to get baptized and they aren't sure in their faith, I
right,
don't know if
right.
that's necessarily smart.
Yeah,
And then I think it also opens the door to confusion of how many times they need to be baptized, because a lot of
yeah.
people get rebaptized because
Facts.
they're baptized and they're 5 years old and they're like, I don't remember even
Remember
making
doing
that
this? Facts,
decision. Like,
facts.
yes, I told my parents I want to be baptized, but that could be based off of a Sunday school lesson they heard and they just, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah,
So I think that also leads into like growing up and feeling confused and
yeah.
conflicted of, okay, was I conscious of my faith when I got baptized? Do I need to
Right.
get rebaptized? Which can be confusing and conflicting when people believe in the multiple baptisms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I brought this up though because I wanted you to talk about that experience. Like, obviously you're older right now. You're 21. She'll be 22 in July. So, ooh, ooh. But yeah, like, why now? Like, what led you to do it? Um, why not later? Like, what led you to get baptized right now at the point you're in? Um, and what did it feel like getting baptized? And what was just the whole experience? Like,
Well, just based on my testimony, I knew it was time. I grew up in a Christian household with very, very strong believers. My parents were really diligent, um, in following their roles as biblical parents and just presenting me and my family with like the truths of the gospel. So at a very young age, I was very aware that I was sinful. And I'd say when I was about 5, I was like really, really just kind of convicted with my sin and just the weight of knowing I was a sinner. But I think it was more out of fear because, again, like I was very aware that sinners go to hell. So, and I did not want to go to hell. I mean, no little kid does, but I was terrified. I would stay up at night crying in my bed, just like scared that I was going to go to hell. So I just remember crying out, like, please God, like, I'm sorry, just like, don't let me go to hell. So it was kind of that, like, not really sincere faith at all. I was 5, so
yeah,
I don't have I don't think I had the understanding, obviously. It was just more out of fear.
yeah,
And there'd be certain times I talked to my parents about it and they talked me through it and stuff like that. But, um, yeah, so I'd like asked for forgiveness for my sins, but it was really just out of fear. And so then when I was about, I think I was in 6th grade, so whatever age that makes me, it was like it was 5th grade going into 6th grade. It was my last VBS as a kid, like experiencing it as a kid instead of like as a leader or a helper or anything like that. It was before I moved to the youth group in my church. And I was still just struggling with this. Am I saved? Am I not? Because yes, for the past 5 years, I've been, crying out to the Lord and, you know, like I don't want to go to hell. And like I knew who he was. I was aware of him as a or his characteristics and stuff like that. But I just was scared. So I was listening to like our last lesson of the day, and did you want me to go into all this?
Bro, you can do what you want.
Okay.
I was asking you to
Well,
go
this
into
all
your
leads. Yeah,
baptism, but
this
yeah,
leads up to
this
my
leads up to
baptism.
us. So
Okay. Okay.
if you feel like it's important, then tell me.
Okay. So, but it was the last day of VBS. My uncle Ron, who's my godfather, he was talking, and I was listening, and I don't remember exactly everything he was talking about, but basically he was just talking about trusting God, and God will do what he says he will do. So he was talking about like going to heaven and hell and trusting in God as like your Lord and Savior. And if you have, repented and you believe in Christ, and he was he was man and fully God. He came down, he um served and missioned, and then, died on the cross, resurrected. If you believe in salvation and you've repented of your sins, and then you're sitting here still doubting, like, it's just showing your lack of trust in God, and you're not believing that he'll do what he says he will do. And that just really hit me, because that was my exact situation. I just realized that I wasn't putting my full faith and trust in God. Like, I knew these truths, but I wasn't trusting them, if that makes sense. I feel like it's kind of contradicting, but
Yeah, okay.
yeah, so like I was kind of in that moment. I was like, I was not like, I realized I was not trusting God. So that's kind of where everything changed for me when I was younger. Um, I started becoming way more active in reading my Bible and kind of pursuing truth and just the word. And I became more active like in the youth group for a while and stuff like that. I mean, my family was hardcore church, so I was there probably 3 times a week. Like, if Wednesday nights, Sunday, and then one other day we were just there for some type of helping out, setting up for it, something like that. Um, but as I became a teenager, I kind of started not walking, not kind of. I started not walking like with the Lord, and my decisions just weren't lining up with how I should be acting. And it's like I knew, like, I had this, not even feeling, but I mean, it wasn't feeling, but it was feeling based off of what I knew to be true in the Bible. Like, I knew what I was doing wasn't right. I knew that I was sinning against God, but I was just kind of forsaking it and following the world and influences that I shouldn't have, and hanging around people that I shouldn't have, and just kind of, I'll deal with this later, instead of, you know, pursuing God how I should now. And that bled into college as well. There's a lot that goes into that period in my life, but just overarching, because we're kind of taking a long time right now. But went to college, still kind of living for myself. Again, knowing that I had to answer to God at the end of the day, but not acknowledging it and just pushing it down and like suppressing it. I was very like,
Yeah.
my emotions were all over the place. My mind and my heart, like my spirit, was just very unsettled. And I was just not like walking, I was just drifting further and further away from the Lord. And then one day, which was really a turning point for me, was I was going to go to church with one of my, um, I was going to go to church with one of my teammates, and another teammate was coming along. And she asked who I was coming, and then my teammate was like, oh, like, Issa's coming and someone else is coming. And she's like, Issa? Oh, I didn't know she was a Christian. And that, my friend told me about the conversation, and that like struck me so hard. And that really broke me. And I was like, it kind of, I was able to really see that my actions were not lining up. Like, someone who knew me for 2 years didn't know I was a Christian, and I'm proclaiming to be a believer. Like, that was a huge issue. So that's whenever I really knew, like, I mean, it was the Lord working through it, but I knew I needed to change the way I was acting and start pursuing Him. And it was a buildup of other things as well. Will was a really big influence in my life, of just bringing me closer to the Lord and wanting to have that relationship that I once had with Him, and just the Lord being like consistent and faithful and bringing me back to Him. And I just started, really, prayer was a huge part of my walk with coming back to Him, and my testimony, and just learning how to cry out to Him and study the Word in a way that was not just me skimming it or checking off a box, but actually, like, gleaning from it and allowing it to really work in me. So after I'd kind of, restored my walk with Him and was just becoming closer to Him, um, something that I never did when I first became a believer, when I was like 12 was get baptized, because at my church, what we have to do to be baptized is we submit our testimony to the church. And this is a good way to do it. I 100% like agree with this method. It's just super intimidating for younger people. But you have to submit your testimony to the entire church and to like the elders. So they'll read over it, and then you go up in front of the church and you read your testimony, and then you baptize. Yeah, so like it's super intimidating, you know?
Yeah.
But like you should be able, and that's why I'm glad I didn't get baptized when I was that age, because I wasn't ready to
Yeah.
say I will proclaim my faith in front of everyone. But I don't think I was sure enough in it yet, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I didn't make that or it all worked out that I didn't make that decision
Right.
when I did, if that
Right.
makes sense. Because kids go up there and do it all the time, you know, and I don't like speaking in front of people.
Yeah.
I don't like, you know, going up on stage. You know, I don't like public speaking
Yeah.
at all.
When you
But
become
I like, in the grand scheme of things, going up in front of a church who's all there to support you and love you, and you're there to say that you love Jesus, but you can't stand up, you know,
Yeah.
proclaim it. So like, again, it worked out that I didn't do it then because I don't think I was ready to.
Yeah.
But that's what was holding me back from getting baptized whenever I was 12, 13, 14 years old, was that like decision I had to make to do that. And that's what I tell my parents too when they'd ask me about being baptized. I'm like, I can't go up and speak in front of everyone. Like, I can't do it. My mom's like, it's not that bad, whatever. I'm just like, no, like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So now that I was older, you know, I went home over summer, this past summer, almost a year ago now, and I like inquired about being baptized. And my church does them at like certain periods. We'll have baptism nights. So we'll have like groups of people being baptized at one time, versus just like randomly like full, you know. So I reached out and they like said yes. Like I submitted my testimony, they read over it. I was in communication with one of our elders, and then he let me know when the next baptism was, and it was while I was at school. So I couldn't get baptized until over winter break, or potentially, I don't know when, next summer when I'd be home.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to have to wait another 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
So when I came back to school, I was talking with one of my friends about it, and she was telling me how she was getting baptized at her church. And I asked if I could as well. I talked to the pastor there, and I submitted my testimony to him, and he said yes. But really, it was a call of like obedient, or an answer to obedient, or
Yeah.
answer to a call to obey, basically. Yeah, if I'm a believer, I knew if I was a believer in proclaiming Jesus, I needed to take the next step and like follow what he commands. Sorry, that was really long.
It was long, but I appreciate it.
I think that needed to be like a
What?
whole thing in and of
Yeah,
itself.
that was a whole thing in itself, but I appreciate that. I think I think that was great though. Like, I'm glad you gave a whole backstory, because I mean that's what it's all about anyway. Especially like getting baptized, that's a big thing.
I feel like we should
And
have
so
an episode on just our testimonies.
probably, I mean, it's too late now unless you want to do that. But we too deep in. I mean,
How long is this?
we like 48 minutes in.
Oh.
I don't know if
We
we
need
do
to
a
go and
part
be
two.
organized.
So you want to do it again?
What? No, I'm just saying for future reference. Like,
Oh, you gonna come back on here?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can this be a duo podcast?
So what?
Can this be a duo podcast?
Yeah, but like,
I'll be your co-host.
okay.
Or
If
you want to be yours?
You're not gonna be here when I'm doing it.
When are you gonna do it?
I come back here next year, so I'm.
Yeah, when I visit you, we'll do it
But I'm saying
We
you're
have to
not
do
gonna
long
be here
distance
when I want to do it.
next year. We
Yeah,
can.
she graduates.
We'll talk about this later. We don't have to
Yeah,
judge
you
this
know,
lot
we're
of here.
speaking. Anyway, all jokes aside, though, I did appreciate that long-winded.
Oh, I could have kept going too.
Oh, I know you
Maybe
could
cut
have. You
out.
kept looking at me because you're like, should I keep
I
going?
know.
But no, I appreciate it for real. I'm just hoping that the camera didn't turn off. I feel like it turned off. But either way, you gonna be happy because you don't want to be looked on camera anyway.
Oh, this didn't need to be videoed anyway.
I hope it is. Anyway, I'm gonna just be mad because then I just had this popped up for no reason.
You're not gonna be mad because it's fine.
I mean, as long as I have my audio, which I do, but
Yeah.
I wanted the camera.
Okay.
All right, let me get to the point. Anyway, I appreciate her giving that testimony about the her getting baptized as well. I got baptized. I'm gonna keep it short-winded, which I'm long-winded, but since she was so long-winded, I'm gonna be short-winded. I appreciate the audio.
No, you don't.
I do. I'm gonna go back and listen to this too because I actually like enjoyed hearing all that.
I'll send you my testimony
No, you won't. You wouldn't even let me read your freaking paper.
because it wasn't the polished version. Well, I
Whatever,
can't
bro.
see the
It don't
pen.
matter, dog. I don't gotta see. We don't get another thing. Anyway,
I'll send you my-
get off your phone.
I was gonna send it to you.
I don't want to see it. Get off your phone. So I got baptized 9/11 actually, not 2001, but 9/11 2016. Uh so I was like 13. Uh I got baptized in middle school. I was smelling myself a little bit in middle school, doing a lot of just extra stuff, like not the extra stuff that most kids do. Like I didn't get into certain things, but I wasn't living my I just wasn't being a person that I should have been all the way. Um, the way I spoke, the way I was treating people, the way I was responding to things, like letting my anger take over me. And I thought it was big for me to do that in middle school. Um, I mean, talking over with Issa at this point, I feel like I kind of do want to get baptized again, but uh, I don't know though. But I that time I got baptized though, it was big for me because it did change a lot of things for me. Like I said, I still messed up. Uh I still made a lot of mistakes, like even up into college. Mistakes that, like I've like more recently just started like trying to get better at. But I do feel like I came in the my mom has taught me everything about God, and like my grandfather was a pastor, and he was like the perfect, rest in peace, he was just the perfect example for me and taught me how to be a man living for God, and I'll always be able to lean on that example. So I'm still striving to be that person, but I still always look back at that baptism because it was a big time for me in life. But that was almost 10 years ago, and I am like a totally different person, like way more mature. But I think that baptism was big for me though at that time because it was a decision that I consciously made and I was ready for. But obviously, I still messed up. I still mess up. But
So what makes you think, or what makes you
just that it was like I
want
was
to get?
just like
Because it was a long time ago.
it was a long time ago, and like I've changed a lot since then, and I've matured. But
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a. I mean, I totally understand that feeling of what you're saying. Because I think if I would have got baptized at 12, 13 years
yeah,
old, the way and live my life the way I did and be in the spot that I am now, I would have that feeling.
yeah,
But I don't think it's like you don't. I don't think it's
yeah. I don't think it's
necessary.
necessary, but it would be cool to do it again.
Yeah,
But
but then again, what then I think, which is me. This is me being critical. Um,
per usual,
well, I just think you need to think of you consider all aspects of everything. So then, if you were to get baptized again, would it be for your own personal feelings? And if that's the case, then I don't know if that's a good reason to be rebaptized. It's not about what am I feeling from the situation. It's about a call to obedience. It's about I'm turning away from I'm
all right. But that's
turning
what I'm
away from
saying
my
because it
old
was like
flesh.
10 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but you were a believer then, right? You said it was a
Yeah,
conscious decision. So
yeah. It was a
yeah,
conversation.
and you're not gonna, it's like, Jesus didn't say become baptized whenever you are your best
I know.
version of
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah.
You're gonna
Facts.
you're
Facts.
gonna grow and you're going to change until you die. You're
Yeah,
never
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
reach that spot of like perfection, where you feel like you're acceptable enough in the eyes of Christ or anything like that,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah. No, I'm just we do gotta move. Okay. I had some other questions I was gonna ask you, but we can skip over those.
We
I
don't
just
have to
make
hit all these today. Because
Yeah, we're not.
let
I
it flow
know.
naturally. We're having a conversation right now. You're
We're
like,
having a
no,
conversation.
you're okay, okay. To move on
Because
to
I
the
do
next
want to
question.
get to certain stuff.
We can film another episode.
Okay. Okay, well I do want to get one more topic in though.
Okay.
Uh so for this episode. Um yeah, I think it's important to talk about this right now because you're about to go into this. So like I said, okay, so we always talk about our future together and we pray for our future together. Uh together. Um but I want to ask you, so as far as your future and what your next steps are, do you fully feel confident in your future? And have you, I guess a follow-up question, have you like fully put your future in God's hands? Like,
Okay, so I started shaking my head too early then. I've actually talked about this a lot in spiritual formation recently, a class I have
okay,
with the school pastor
I know.
at my campus. I'm explaining it to them. So if I say spiritual formations class, so that's like, huh? But when you talk about spiritual disciplines in that class and everything like that.
Yeah.
So the past few weeks, because school's about to end, the past few classes, we just are basically having like therapy sessions. We all sit in a circle and like he'll ask us like, how are you really doing? Like,
Oh, you
How
talking
do you
about
feel about the
G
future?
Daddy?
Yes. You said, I know, I know.
Shout out Chris Maxwell, man.
But no, he's great. He really is great. He's super caring, super empathetic, loves Jesus. He's great. But the past few weeks, we've been doing just like sitting in a circle and talking about things. So I've talked about this a lot recently. So my next steps are not very clear. I know what I'm doing for summer, which puts me at ease. I think if I were going home with no job for summer, I'd feel more panicked than I am now, but I know until August, I know exactly what I'm doing. So that gives me some peace of mind. Um, I I'd like to say I'm putting my plans and my future in God's hands and just choosing to trust Him.
Right.
And I think that's the case majority of the time.
Right.
But, sometimes I'm like, yes, I trust God my future. And then I'm laying in bed at night with my heart beating out of my chest
Yeah.
because I don't know what I'm doing next. And that's not displaying trust
Right.
in God,
Or trust.
So, yes, exactly. So that's definitely something that I've been trying to work on. I'd say specifically the past,
year.
I don't know,
Year,
hot minute. Yes, year, but like specifically toning in on are my actions lining up with me trusting God? I'd say the past few months, I'd really say.
Yeah.
Obviously it's just hard. The
Okay.
unknown is hard, but I am actively working on it.
Right. Okay, what do you want? Like, okay, as far as your future, tell them like what are your goals? Like what's your dream? Like how do you want to look in like a couple years from now?
So, as you mentioned earlier, I'm majoring in English, minoring in psychology. I'm discarding that psychology minor.
Okay.
Talk about that. But
Don't say that.
I don't.
But you could use it. It looks good.
It looks good. That's all it's good for.
Okay, you could use it for
No shade on psychology as a major or a minor. It's a program. But I would love to do some type of copy editing.
Okay.
Either for a magazine or for an organization. A nonprofit organization would be my ideal. Working with something.
Get at Issa.
Working with something along the lines of like social justice or some type of like empowerment movement or something of that nature. Yeah, I would love to do that type of work and kind of just working with other people and their stories and kind of just polishing up their own writing and stuff like that, to make an impact.
Yeah.
I'd love to do something of that nature. But there has to be steps before getting there.
Facts.
My biggest thing is like I'm going home, I'm looking at all of these writing because I'm not going to start in copy editing probably,
Right.
I'm fine with starting in any writing position or profession, but everything requires like 5+ years of experience.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to answer your question, in a few years, I would like to be a copy editor.
Okay.
Either in person or working remotely. I would much rather prefer in person, but I would be fine with working remotely because I like doing home things. I like baking. I like crafts. I like gardening and things like that. So I'd like to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I want to work until I get married and have children. And then if I work remotely, it'll be, easier for me to go back in between the two or integrate both and be able to do both at the same time. But I'm also fine with taking time off while I raise a family. So it's just the steps getting there is what's stressing me out because I'm gonna have to find some type of internship or assistantship position, which I'm totally fine with.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that those usually pay low, which is an issue because I have to pay for everything myself.
Yeah.
And then also just the area I'm in, they don't offer a lot. It's like I'm like hunting around for any type of opening position and there's not a lot in my area.
Yeah. Yeah, she since like how do I phrase this? I'm also like I try not to get anxious about it, but for Issa, like I pray for her every day and then especially for like her future, but it does like I don't want to say stress me out a little bit, but I do want her to like do what she wants to do. Like I want her to be able to like achieve her dreams and like reach her goals and like be able to, cause she works so hard. So I want her to be able to like, you know, reap what she sows and be able to see the fruits of her labor. So like, I pray a lot strictly just for that, like all throughout the day, just praying that she's happy with whatever her career is and like Like whatever you're doing, and I know, like you said, for copy editing, I know at first it was like speech pathology and all that, and that changed. But I want you to be able to have fun with what you're doing too, not just doing it because of money, but like doing something that you love and you can use your skills and utilize them, and you know, actually have fun and do something you love. And so I'm constantly praying for that. But yeah, you never know who sees it, but copy editing jobs, whatever. Get at my girl. Uh, yeah. If y'all know anybody, if you know anybody in Tennessee, anybody in Georgia, Atlanta, whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for her future. God willing, I'm in the midst of that, but uh, we'll see. But
I forgot to tell you that it was the day before my academic showcase. Like the last day I had my meeting with Mr. Petrovic. He was talking about how he's going he's going to Rome and Italy right after graduation. He'll be gone for like 2 weeks.
okay,
But whenever he gets back, we're gonna be in contact, and he's like helping me find a job basically. He said
overseas,
what?
overseas.
Oh, where'd
He
you get
said
that?
he's going to Rome, Italy.
He said he's going to Rome and Italy, and when he comes back, we're gonna be in contact.
You said you made it seem like he going to Rome. Y'all be in contact when he at Rome. He gonna look for his job at Rome.
No, he's saying
Okay, after he comes back from Rome, he's going to keep in contact with you to find a job for you.
yeah,
Okay,
we're gonna be working together too.
I love that. You didn't tell me
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Okay.
Because I was just about the academic showcase, which I
Okay.
won.
Which she won first place. My dog, I was over there about to cry.
I literally was gonna cry whenever they called my name. It was
Cause she was literally stressing, bro, for like a year about it. Like since last summer, she was stressing about the
I
academic
was about to say
showcase.
this has been on my plate since before summer last year. So the end of my junior year, that spring semester, it was like, okay, start thinking about the academic showcase.
But she got first
I
place
got
though,
first place.
cause she the GOAT. I've been telling her that, but
Yeah.
anyway,
He said he'll help me look for jobs, and he was like, he said, I know you're going home. I don't know if you want to stay there, whatever. And he was like, so I want to look for jobs for you in Georgia and in Tennessee.
that's love.
Yeah. Paid job.
Yeah,
Paid
better
internship.
pay internship, all that. We need all that.
So, and he's the absolute best. Him and Dr. Mrs. So
Yeah.
they're both great.
I want to keep going, but we're like an hour into this, so
we're yappers though, so we should have broken this up more.
We'll do a part two.
Yeah,
we'll do a part two.
We could have, but we should have done like an episode of like
we should
testimonies. We should have done a get to know me.
Yeah. But this what happens though, when, like it was the first time. But you're right. We could do it.
Organize it better.
Yeah, fact. I didn't even think about a duo podcast. It look hard.
I think it'd be more entertaining.
It would.
And then plus we can have conversation back and forth with each other. I mean, you can cut this out. Most hit podcasts are duo or trio, unless it's on a specified topic, and then that person can dive in that topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like when I do interview, like when I get
KJ on here,
KJ on here,
kick me off.
Spud.
Or it'll be even more fun if I'm in here though.
Yeah, but it ain't about you.
It's not about me.
Yeah, it's never about you. I'm playing. Anyway, we have to cut this episode to a close. As y'all can see, I always have fun with her. Love my life, my best friend. So we just always be talking, always just be yapping, be up for. That's how we
be talking. We always.
That's funny. Anyway, that's really how we got close. What are you on? Stop yapping me.
We don't even talk about this right now. That's what I'm saying.
What? Talk about what?
What you're about to say?
I said we used to talk for hours.
Okay.
Chill. I know what. Don't worry about me. I gotta worry about you. I'm not doing this.
I do have to worry about you.
You feel me?
No, I don't feel like
do me like that. I know what I'm supposed to say and not say.
Okay, well now you've got all this out.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Anyway, that's
if you didn't shush me.
Talk for hours on that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Weirdo. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I've had fun this podcast. As you can see, we're extremely long-winded. Different but the same. But yeah. Again, this is Isabel. And I thank y'all for tuning in to Count All Joy podcast. I hope y'all enjoy it. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Bye.
I should be off. Watch this off. It turned off.
How far into it? Okay, well, I think we have to scrap this episode.
iPhone storage full.
I told you should have done online.
It even go. How long did it go? Oh, I need to stop. You want to scratch it?
What?